Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a video about what to do if you get kicked out for being trans and opening up to your parents about who you are and stuff like that. I definitely have a video for that. But before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. So let's get started to the video. So yeah, I have my notepad right here. So I'm just gonna be telling y'all, like, unfortunately, as people that are of the LGBT, committee, unfortunate, sometimes we get kicked out of our parents' house, and a lot of us express our gender identity or our orientation at a very young sexual orientation at a very young age. So with that being said, you know they have things, they have, like, places now where, like, you can go to, if that does ever happen. And I think in the future, now that gay or trans, whatever, I feel like there's going to be more help and support now that there's so many people coming out, and I think there's going to be more support and help on that. So definitely with these tips that I have, hopefully it's going to help you out in your situation. For me, did I get kicked out for being trans? I want to say yes and no. I want to say that when I did come out, I didn't get kicked out, but I mean, my family just wasn't very supportive. I want to say they did not talk to me the same anymore. Some family members didn't even talk to me anymore after that, But the person that I was staying with, she was very, open. Or I won't even say open, but I mean, she was open because I was her family, you know what I mean? But she wasn't open to the fact that I was trans, if that made sense. So I think that's why she had a hard time. But, like, I feel like she kind of would, like, take it out on me while saying, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Just finding things to kind of, like, be mean to me about or whatever. But deep down inside, it was because I was trans and I chose to be myself. And I feel like that's where the core of it was. So I decided to just leave because I was just tired of the mental abuse and the psychological stuff and stuff like that. But yes, but if I can get through it, you can get through it too. And also too, I talked to a guy. He wasn't like LGBT or anything like that, but he was just definitely a wild child, and, like, he just did not, his family was super religious, and so, like, with him, he had tattoos and partied and stuff like that. So at 16, they kicked him out. But he ended up making it, and he ended up being very mature for a young 16-year-old, and now he's like, what, 19. So definitely, yeah, people even get kicked out for not being LGBT. But this video is for the trans girls, okay? And even if you're gay too, I think this will work too. Okay, so tip number 1. So if you get kicked out, or let's say, like, you want to come out to your family or whatever, but you just don't know, like, you think they're gonna get mad or whatever, write a note or a text message to that family member and see, like, their reaction, and see, like, what they'll do. Because if you feel like they're gonna blow up and get mad, just do, like, a text message or whatever. Like, I was watching Selena, the movie, the other night, and, like, there's a part where, like, she gets married to that guy, and the dad was like, hell no, like, you guys, like, he did everything he could to separate those two. But then, like, they did get married, and because she became so famous, it was announced on the radio that they tied the knot and got married. So, of course, like, the dad found out. So she gave him, like, 24 hours, and then, like, he just was, like, thanked her for, like, being yourself, and, I'm glad you did what you did, So definitely, like, a message or a note, I feel like, will work. So definitely do that. Also too, I also wanted to say too, like, just because, for me, I waited until I was 18 to come out. Well, to my family. For me, I did not come out. No, actually, that's a lie. I think, no, I don't even remember. I think it was like 16 or 17. I came out as gay. Because I thought that's what I was, but no, I'm actually trans. So for me, I would say, like, if you feel like you're gonna get kicked out, I wouldn't even risk it. And you're underage too, like under 18, I wouldn't even risk it. So I'm not telling y'all, like, I'm not on here saying like, oh, you need to come out. I feel like you need to analyze your situation. And if you feel 100% you're gonna get kicked out, then I wouldn't even do it right then and there. So I'm just saying, unless you got another place lined up that you can go to that's more accepting and stuff, then I would do what come out and stuff like that. But I just want to make that very clear. I'm not on here telling people to like come out to their family, and no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to analyze your situation and come out. But yeah. So also too, step number 2, so like contact your local LGBT center. So I think the gender health facility, or like here in Sacramento, it's called the gender health facility. I definitely went to them. I know they do like housing too. Like, if you got kicked out, like they'll really try to help you out. Like they usually will house you with like another person that's LGBT, like trans or gay or whatever. They also help with like hormones and stuff like that. Shout out to my gender health facility. They were really nice and cool. Also too, I remember when I first walked in there, I had my friend come with me because I was so nervous. And then they literally had like a bowl of condoms like right there in the waiting room. So I was just like, oh my God. But they really look out for those people, of LGBT descent, but also too, like, something happened. I had to go take care of that, but I'm back. But yeah, so contact your local LGBT center because they will give you more options and they'll actually try to help you out and stuff like that. I'm really grateful for the LGBT center. Okay, so tip number 2, or tip number 3. Find another place to stay, like a family or friends. So before you come out to your family, if I were you, I would have another place lined up. So when I came out, I had another place lined up. Like this lady that I would go to but I'm not friends with her anymore, but she was adopted. So like we used to go to this like foster youth thing or whatever every like week. And so me and her, like, I ended up meeting a lot of people and stuff like that. And one of the ladies, she was really sweet, but she said, we have like a room upstairs if you want to take that room, if you're, the person that you're staying with is too like mean to you about you being yourself and stuff like that. So I thought that was like really nice of her. So I did come out, but luckily I didn't have to take that room. So yeah, so definitely have another place lined up, or family, friends, whatever. I feel like that will make you more comfortable to coming out and saying your truth. Okay, and then the 4th tip that I have for you guys is, if you're too young to support yourself, ask your parents or who you stay with about someone else that is trans or of LGBT and see what their response is, see what their opinion is. So, yeah, if you're like, I don't know, 15, 16, 14, 13 years old, and you fear that you are going to get shunned or kicked out, I would honestly wait until I'm 18. Wait till you're 18 to come out. That's literally what I did. I was 18 when I decided to transition. So with that being said, just wait. That's what I would do. Also too, my last tip, my 5th tip for this is, okay, so my 5th tip for this video is, get a therapist. LGBT people, we go through a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff that sometimes we don't even talk about. It's really good that you need to find someone to talk to that you can trust and stuff like that, because I went through a lot of mental things, a lot of mental issues. When I go out in public, I get really nervous, and I actually have a lot of, I don't want to say PTSD because I'm not going to self-diagnose myself, but I'm assuming that's what it feels like. I have like anxiety when I go out in public. It's just because of me being, trans and me going through stuff as a trans person. It's always good to get a therapist and like have someone to talk to about personal things that you don't want other people to know about and stuff like that. Also too, like the rejection and the pain of your family and possibly even losing your family and stuff like that and being on your own at such a very young age. It can be very traumatizing, and it makes you not want to trust anyone anymore, you know, because if your own family did that, can you only imagine like what a friend would do, you know? And y'all know my story times on people I call best friends and stuff. So definitely see a therapist. I feel like seeing a therapist will help you, and I feel like it will help rehabilitate you. I hope that's the right word that I'm using. But definitely that. But honestly, if you follow these tips, I'm pretty sure I think you'll be okay. You'll be okay. If I can get through it, and other people of LGBT descent, you know, got kicked out at a young age and they end up being self-made and, you know, really making it and stuff like that, then you can do it too. Um, Definitely here too. Like, if you feel alone and stuff, you guys can message me and I'll respond back. I'm really good at responding back. So, um, yeah, definitely. If you guys have any questions or if you want me to do any video ideas that you guys want me to do, definitely leave them in the comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.